It was a freezing Wednesday afternoon in Chicago, the kind of cold that crawls under your skin. The kind that makes hope feel like a luxury. Inside a small corner pharmacy, harsh fluorescent lights buzzed quietly. Clara Mitchell stood at the counter, holding her worn wallet as if it were the last piece of her dignity. Her 3-year-old son, Ethan, slept in her arms, his breathing shallow, weak. He had been sick for days. The doctor said he needed antibiotics immediately, or things could get worse. But then the cashier repeated the words that shattered her world. "I'm sorry, ma'am. Your card declined." Clara froze. 2 cards already failed, 1 maxed out, 1 empty. People in line stared, silent and judging. The pharmacist whispered softly, glancing at Ethan, "Maybe try another card?" Clara's hands trembled as she searched her purse. There was nothing left. No money, no options. Her voice cracked. "Can you hold the medicine? I'll come back later." Ethan stirred, coughing weakly. "Mommy, can we go home now?" Clara nodded, tears burning her eyes. She turned to leave when a calm voice said, "Try mine." Everyone turned. A man in a gray suit stood behind her, his expression gentle yet firm. His name was Daniel Hayes. Clara shook her head quickly. "No, I can't accept that." Daniel smiled, a warm, steady smile. "You're not accepting anything. I'm just helping." Before she could argue, he handed his card to the pharmacist. Seconds later, the medicine was paid for. Clara whispered, "Thank you." "I don't even know your name," he replied softly. "You don't need to. Just take care of your son." And then he walked away. That night, as Clara watched Ethan breathe peacefully for the first time in days, she prayed for the stranger who saved her child. Life had been merciless. She lost her husband 2 years earlier in an accident. Working 2 part-time jobs barely kept the lights on. But that single act of kindness cracked through the darkness. Weeks passed. Ethan recovered. And Clara saved a little money each week, determined to repay Daniel. She returned to the pharmacy, asked about him, but all they remembered was his name. Chicago was too big. She was too small. Or so she thought. One rainy morning, while cleaning tables at the diner she worked in, the bell above the door chimed, and Daniel walked in. Clara's breath caught. "Good morning, sir," she said nervously. He looked up and his eyes widened with recognition. "Clara, you work here?" She nodded, embarrassed. "I never thanked you properly." Daniel shook his head gently. "You did, just by being here." Then he told her something she never expected. His own mother had once been in her shoes. A stranger had helped them at a pharmacy too. "That kindness changed our lives," he said. "So I made a promise to pay it forward." Clara's eyes filled with tears. Daniel stayed a while just talking, listening. Before leaving, he handed her a business card. "If you ever need anything, call me." Pride kept her silent for weeks. Until one evening, her boss cut her hours at the diner. Desperate, she finally called. Daniel answered immediately. Within days, she had a part-time job at his logistics office. Respectful work, steady pay, supportive people. Slowly, Clara rebuilt her confidence. Ethan adored visiting the office, and Daniel always had a small treat or book for him. For the first time in years, Clara felt safe. Months passed. One snowy December evening, Daniel invited Clara and Ethan to the company Christmas dinner. She felt out of place, but Daniel smiled and said, "You belong here." During the dinner, he raised a toast. "I want to thank someone special tonight. Because sometimes the people we help end up teaching us what strength truly looks like." His eyes found Clara. Her heart trembled. Later, standing by the window overlooking the snowy streets, Daniel said quietly, "When I saw you that day, I thought I was helping someone in need, but the truth is, you reminded me what purpose feels like." For the first time in years, Clara didn't feel broken. She felt seen. A year later, Clara stood again in the same pharmacy, but now with Ethan running happily beside her, and Daniel holding his hand. The cashier recognized her and smiled knowingly. Clara smiled back, eyes watering, but this time with gratitude, because sometimes life's greatest blessings don't arrive like miracles. They arrive quietly in the form of a stranger's outstretched hand at the exact moment your world is falling apart. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, comment, and subscribe for more stories celebrating kindness and second chances. And tell us below, have you ever experienced a moment of unexpected kindness?